A Toronto mother appeared in court today to face a charge of attempted murder in connection with an attack on her son. The 11-year-old boy was found severely beaten, and as Christina Stevens reports, neighbors say they could hear the woman screaming and reciting a prayer.
32-year-old woman in court facing an attempted murder charge, appearing calm despite being accused of the unthinkable, beating her own child mercilessly. When she was arrested early Friday morning, she looked dazed and smiled off and on, calling out,
"I did this for you guys, my children. You guys, I love you all."
She can't be identified in order to protect the identity of her 11-year-old son, who was rushed to hospital with multiple injuries, including to his head.
Every part of his body, hemorrhaging, bruising all over, perforated intestine, perforated pancreas.
The little boy is on life support in critical condition in Sick Kids Hospital. There are reports a refrigerator had been toppled onto him.
I heard loud objects dropping on the floor.
I heard people screaming for help. My brother heard people reciting Lord's Prayer, and my mom heard some people saying spells.
Coming down the elevator, a mother told me they heard screaming and yelling. A mother yelling, "You're not my son, you're not my son anymore."
The woman's lawyer says when he spoke to her briefly, she complained she hadn't been given anything to eat and asked about her little boy.
She has a couple of religious bracelets or necklaces or that she wanted me to get down to the hospital to give to him or put on him. She's a mother. Whatever happens, she asked about him. That's all she did, was ask about him.
He says she's never had problems with the law before and no history of mental illness. But some neighbors report they often heard yelling and noise from the apartment where she lived with her 4 children.
How's the little boy doing? Do you have any update?
Family and friends who showed up to court for her refused to talk to the media.
The woman remains in custody. Her lawyer says he'll be talking to her in greater length tomorrow, and she'll be back in court Tuesday for a bail hearing. Christina Stevens, Global News, Toronto.